nation's commercial capital. This is the news at 10, live from Channels Television. Reported tonight,
Ijoma Oyato.
Hello and welcome. Tonight, Kano residents experience another tragic blast. 5 people killed in the Sebongeri area of the city. "24 hours after Kaduna explosion, state government lifts curfew." Warning to Lagos citizens as state government suspects first Ebola case in the country. And Nigerian-Cuban leader's daughter among 114 people who died in the Algerian plane crash.
And on business news tonight, technical downtown prevents trading activities at the Nigerian Stock Exchange.
On sports news, Aminu Megeri is voted out of office by the Executive Committee of the Nigeria Football Federation.
I'm Linda Kibi, and from Abuja, former military President General Ibrahim Babangida, once against killings in the country, demands a stop to the bloodbath in northern Nigeria. We begin with this troubling news coming from the Lagos State Health Ministry that they suspect the deadly Ebola virus has been detected in Lagos. Giving a warning to residents to be on the lookout, the special advisor to the Lagos State Governor on Public Health, Dr. Yewande Additional, explained that the carrier is a 40-year-old Liberian who came into Lagos on Sunday. The case was later brought to the attention of the authorities. Our correspondent Sheung Okimbalue reports.
The scourge of Ebola virus disease in some neighboring West African countries has generated a lot of concern, with well over 500 casualties reported. Most Nigerians have perhaps rejected the deadly disease in their prayers, but now we may be having a possible case of the deadly disease on Nigerian soil. In Lagos, a 40-year-old Liberian is said to be lying at a private hospital where a suspected case is being treated, and samples of his blood are already flown to WHO reference laboratory in Dakar for further testing. Officials of the Lagos government tell journalists about how it all happened.
40-year-old Liberian working for a West African organization in Monrovia, Liberia, who arrived in Lagos on a flight from Monrovia via Lome on Sunday, July 20th at about 4 p.m. The patient was admitted and detained on suspicion of possible Ebola virus infection, while blood samples were collected for testing, and this was initiated with samples sent to the virology reference laboratory at Lagos University Teaching Hospital in Idiaraba. Blood samples were also sent to a World Health Organization reference laboratory in Dakar, Senegal, which is actively in process, and the results are still pending.
The Ebola virus disease could be spread through close contact with the blood, body fluids of infected persons or animals, including blood, organ, or body secretions of infected persons. But with common symptoms like nausea, fever, joint pains, headaches, and diarrhea, what is expected to be done to stay safe?
Presently, there is no specific treatment for Ebola virus. Infected persons will need to be admitted to the hospital for specialized care and treated in strict isolation in line with international standards. Reduce your risk of infection by observing high standards of personal and environmental hygiene. And this includes washing of your hands often with soap and water. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Ensure that objects used by the sick are decontaminated and properly disposed of.
Already, we have started seeing collaboration between governments on this. The state government is getting support from the World Health Organization and the Federal Ministry of Health, and it appears arrangements are already in place in case of any incident of the virus. Although some health practitioners may be on strike, but the government says it has competent hands on ground to take care of any possible case. Sheung Okimbaloye reporting for Channels Television News.
Now again, some of the symptoms of the Ebola virus include fever, headache, diarrhea, nausea, vomiting, sore throat and joint pains. If you notice any of these symptoms, you're advised to visit a competent health facility or call this number 0802 316 9485, and the other numbers are already displayed on your screen. Now, those who are criticizing the president have been unfair to him. The senior special assistant on media, Dr. Doyin Okupe, told journalists in London today that Dr. Goodluck Jonathan has not only surpassed his promises, but has continued to lead a responsible administration. Our correspondent in London, Doris Okemwa, reports. Story from Doris a bit much later on in the bulletin when we do have it. Now, moving on, the 2015 elections will be free and fair, and this is coming from President Goodluck Jonathan during the breaking of the fast with Muslim diplomats in the country in Abuja today. The diplomats started arriving at the presidential villa around 7 p.m. and took time out to pray at the mosque located in the villa before retiring into the new banquet hall to break their fast with President Goodluck Jonathan, who's also observing the Ramadan fast. Also joining them were senators of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and some top political leaders in the country, as well as some serving ministers in the administration.
Let me take this opportunity to acknowledge the numerous goodwill messages I received from my brothers, their heads of state, and indeed many Muslims all over the world during this holy month of Ramadan. I also wish to use this occasion to reciprocate those gestures in the true spirit of brotherhood. I'm hopeful that your excellencies will faithfully transmit these sincere sentiments of mine their highest destinations. As diplomats, I know that one thing that's dear to their hearts is what the elections in this country will look like next year. But let me use this unique opportunity to reassure you and convey this to my brothers, their heads of government, that our elections next year will be free and fair. Very, very peaceful elections that will even surprise the whole world.
Now, the Speaker of the Nasarawa State House of Assembly, Musa Mohammed, has held a private meeting with President Goodluck Jonathan in the presidential villa. The Speaker, who came in company of some of his colleagues, met with the President for over an hour. He, however, refused to answer questions from State House correspondents who sought to know his mission at the villa and whether the move to impeach Governor Tanko Almakura was influenced by anybody.
Mr. President, is a very good one, but I want to say that this is not something that I will address. The meeting with Mr. President is a very good one, but I want to say that this is not something that I will address the press on because I'm not mandated to do that. It's just a private visit.
Are you still on your stand to get the governor impeached?
I said it's a private visit.
I mean, nothing to do with the visit?
Nothing has changed?
Nothing has changed?
It is a private visit.
But you're coming here when it's quite clear that there's an issue at stake and you're coming here, some people may interpret it. Aside from
I said
to see changes in Nasarawa?
This is a private visit. I am here to see Mr. President as a private visit.
Okay, talk to us on development in your state.
In the meantime, Governor Tanko Al-Makura of Nasarawa State has finally broken his silence on his planned impeachment by opposition PDP lawmakers, whom he accuses of breaking the law and working against the interest of the people. The governor told a crowd of supporters who converged on the government house to remain law-abiding and await the outcome of the constitutional process. He also gave the assurance of his respect for the rule of law, adding that those who break the law will be held accountable at the appropriate time.
It is not a matter of might or strength. If it were a matter of might and strength, I don't think anybody can come and do anything with all these people across the state who have given a mandate willingly to a government they can call their own. So I will urge you to continue to toe the line of civility, to toe the line of peace, to toe the line of harmony. At whatever provocation, we will ensure, as we are a product of due diligence, a product of true democracy, we will ensure that we execute or exhaust all democratic procedures and all legal procedures as enshrined in our Constitution to see to it that we protect and guard jealously this mandate.
Staying with politics now, and in 16 days, citizens of Osun State will go to the polls to cast their vote in the governorship elections. However, some parties involved in the elections are already feuding with allegations that some people are attempting to scuttle the process through harassment and rigging. Leading the case against the Independent National Electoral Commission and the People's Democratic Party is the Osun State chapter of the All Progressive Congress, accusing INEC and the PDP of planning to use security personnel to manipulate the August the 9th elections. The PDP, on its part, has refuted the claims, saying the allegations are unfounded and an attempt by the APC to create panic.
All of us here. We demand, as a matter of necessity, that INEC be compelled to use the card reader for Osun election if the commission will not stand accused of complicity in PDP's plan to rig the election. After all the device is primed and ready for use. Why is INEC refusing to use it? The president should give the country and the world guarantees that he is totally committed to a free, fair, peaceful, and unmanipulated electoral process in Osun.
I can assure you that the president is going to do a just thing. He's the president of the whole country. He's not a president of PDP members alone. His duty is to ensure that there is peaceful election in Osun, and people of Osun are law-abiding. The Osun State PDP does not have power to deploy soldiers. The only person that has the authority to deploy soldiers is the president, who is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces.
In part 2, after the break, Kano residents witness another blast, about 5 people killed. That's in a moment. Do join us here.